Franklin County Choir. My kids go to Frankfurt High. We're going to cover it all. Wan'Dale is a wide receiver for the New York Giants. He played for the University of Kentucky after playing for the Western Hills. You know, most of you know him. He doesn't need an introduction, but for those who do, as number 17 for the New York Giants, Wan'Dale scored 5 touchdowns, racked up 1,451 yards during his NFL career, and he's just getting started. Well, now this is a list. Are you ready? Well, at UK, he was second team All-American, first team All-SEC, second team All-SEC, USA Today, All-Bowl team. The VRBO Citrus Bowl MVP. He was named Kentucky Sports Figure of the Year, Mr. Kentucky Football, and the list goes on. Let's thank him for being here today. We're about to have a good conversation. That's where you go. Well, Wan'Dale, first, thank you for being here. We got a whole crowd excited to hear from you. Tell us a little bit about your story. What inspired you to do the hard work to make it to the NFL?
My dad, he's the one that got me started when I was 5 years old. I wasn't technically allowed to play football when I started. Used that fake birth certificate to get me started on tackle football. He didn't like the flag, so I would say that's kind of where my toughness kind of came from. Always being one of the smaller guys and playing with older people my whole life. And, that's just where it started right there, Breakers.
Today I will be issuing a pardon for the Robinson family. A lot of gratitude comes from the lessons we learn in the most difficult moments of our life. If you could reflect back on a time you faced hard times or suffered a loss and what it taught you.
I would say really both of my parents. My mom, she deals with MS, and growing up, my dad, he was also incarcerated whenever I was about 6 years old until I was 15. So a lot of times it was just me and my mom. I had a great support system with the Hawkins, but it was definitely some times that I knew mom wasn't always going to be the best, and obviously there was times that I was mad at my dad just about him not being there, but having to get over that and eventually realizing, he was just trying to provide for me at the end of the day. And my mom, obviously, I know she was doing everything she could to make sure that I was to this point I am in my life now. She always knew that I wanted to get to the NFL, and she did everything that she could to get me here. So.
And she's here.
She's right over there.
Will you stand up and let us recognize you? Come on, Mom. Also works for Team Kentucky and our transportation cabinet, so thank you for your service. How important is it in your life to have that heart of gratitude?
It's very important. I've always seen people that like to diminish people and things like that. And it's just always been good to lend a hand and always just be there for somebody no matter what. I know how far they can take somebody, especially just the position that I've been able to be in, and being able to help some kids and help people that are less fortunate than me, and just knowing that there's always somebody there.
So we talk about teamwork a lot. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to be in that huddle. That call comes out, and everybody has to be on that same page and moving in so many different directions.
Yeah, football, especially on offense, all 11 have to be working together for a play to work. Literally, one guy can miss a block in the whole play, it looks very bad, and everybody else can be doing their job. So, just like you said, as soon as the quarterback comes in the huddle and gives us the call, we just have to lock in and know exactly what we have to do. It's pretty hectic with the play calls. You'll probably be like, what are they saying? Never per se some of the things. But no, it's pretty easy though. It's definitely really fun. It's challenging as well, especially whenever things aren't going our ways.
You've done some incredible things on the football field and in the community. Talk about some of the things you're doing now, like the Wan'Dale Robinson Foundation.
Yeah, that's a foundation my dad has started, named after my grandmother, just to help kids that have parents that are incarcerated that are like me. I like to try and get around as much as I can with them. I haven't been able to as much since I got gotten drafted, but just to show kids that, you know, it doesn't matter what happened with your family and with maybe your parents, brother or sister, you don't have to follow down those same footsteps and follow the same path.
So we got to talk a little bit about the upcoming season. You know, a lot of people in this room for a while were Packers fans because Randall Cobb was there and planted his hype. And now, a lot of people in this room are Giants fans. So, any predictions about the upcoming season?
I would definitely say it'll be better than last year. We gotta get that quarterback, and I'm confident that our GM and head coach will get that done. I think once that's taken care of, my numbers will speak for themselves.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about facing that adversity. You know, what it's like getting out that next game and still pushing through and wanting to do your best.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it's part of it. Especially, you know, you start losing a couple games in a row, you're like, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to keep going in here every day? And, but at the end of the day, this is what I wanted to do my whole life. And I think my dad and guys like that, they remind me all the time, like, this is what you train your whole life to do, and you can't take it for granted. You only get so much time to do this. So that's why I just always try to keep my head on straight.
Well, we are inspired by your grit, your determination, and we are really proud of you. Let's give it up for Wan'Dale Robinson.